Man accused of pointing a gun at 3 people. 2 men charged after passing trooper in a stolen vehicle. And new Southern Parkway interchange gives drivers a bypass option.
You're watching St. George News at 5. Brought to you by our studio sponsor, We Win Injury Law.
Good afternoon, I'm Christy Langenheim. Hurricane police arrested a man after he allegedly pointed a gun at 3 people during a possible road rage incident while intoxicated, leading to multiple charges including aggravated assault and DUI. We'll go to Cody Blowers for the full story.
On Sunday, a 50-year-old Hurricane man, Justin Lance, was arrested following an alleged road rage incident in the 500 block of North State Street in Hurricane. Officers were initially called out to a weapons call shortly after 7 p.m., and they arrived to learn that the suspect had reportedly pointed a handgun at 3 occupants in a vehicle after what was described as an altercation. The suspect was booked into jail facing 3 aggravated assault charges, DUI, and a weapons offense. The arrest comes in the wake of a new road rage law that went into effect in Utah on July 1st, after officers at the state and local levels reported an increase in the severity of road rage incidents across the state.
Thanks, Cody. 2 Colorado men were arrested after speeding past a Utah Highway Patrol trooper on I-15 in a stolen Dodge Charger, originally reported stolen in Las Vegas. Charging documents filed with the court reported that the vehicle was stopped, and after confirming its stolen status, the men were detained at gunpoint. According to UHP trooper Grant Hintz, the suspects identified as 25-year-old Dan Ki-Young-U and 23-year-old Jadu Dibwe were found to have tampered with the car's electronics using an aftermarket key. Both men were charged with a felony count of receiving a stolen vehicle and are held on a $10,000 bail each, while the case is under review by the Washington County Attorney's Office. The completion of the Southern Parkway George Washington Boulevard interchange has improved east-west travel in Washington County, enhancing access to key areas and supporting regional growth. We'll go to Stephanie DeGraw for the details.
Traveling east to west in Washington County has become smoother with the completion of the interchange at the Southern Parkway and George Washington Boulevard. Jordan Hess, a spokesperson for Washington City, had this to say.
The city's contribution almost was 5 times what it originally was going to be. So we looked under every couch cushion to find any change we could. But this is an important project because it will connect our county east to west. Eventually, this George Washington Boulevard will continue all the way through to Dixie Drive in St. George near the Convention Center. And if you hop on the Southern Parkway here, you can get all the way to Hurricane.
The project was a collaboration between the county, Washington City, Utah Legislature, 5 County Association of Governments, and the Dixie Metropolitan Planning Organization.
Thanks, Stephanie. Now we'll head over to Tyler Todd for his first segment of a weekly legal review.
Have you or someone you know been in a serious accident? Here are some steps to follow. Report the accident. Ensure to report the accident to the appropriate authorities, such as the police and your insurance company. If the accident occurred in a workplace context, you also need to report it to your employer. Document everything. Take detailed notes of the accident, including the time, location, and weather conditions. Take photos of the scene, any visible injuries, and vehicle damage. If possible, you should get the contact information of any witnesses as well. Avoid admitting fault. Do not admit fault or make statements about the accident to anyone other than your attorney, especially not to the other driver's insurance company or any representative. These steps are crucial in protecting your rights and ensuring you get the compensation you deserve.
Thanks, Tyler. Utah Tech University is opening registration for its 45th year of the Institute Continued Learning, offering over 70 classes, clubs, and activities to community members of all ages for $60 per semester. According to a news release by the university, registration begins on August 28th, with the semester starting on September 9th, and will kick off with a free ice cream social and registration event at the St. George Social Hall. Southern Utah University student Dallin Nelson, who just completed a life-changing NASA internship with the Europa Clipper mission, is excited to have his name added to the list of scientists searching for habitable worlds beyond Earth. We'll go to Alicia Lundgren for the story.
NASA's Europa Clipper spacecraft is set to launch later this year and is expected to reach Jupiter in 2030. It will conduct flybys of Europa, one of the gas giant's moons, where conditions could be favorable to life under its icy shell. Footage and imagery of the mission can be seen here courtesy of NASA, NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, and Caltech. The spacecraft will take high-resolution images to learn more about the moon's surface. This is where one overjoyed Southern Utah University student comes into the picture. Dallin Nelson is heading into his junior year at SUU and just completed an internship with the Europa Inspiring Clipper Opportunities for Next Generation Scientists program.
He's just been really interested and passionate about space as well. I love learning about it, and so this has been such an awesome opportunity.
Nelson was one of 40 undergraduate interns supporting the Europa Clipper mission and conducting original research. He created an AI model to detect craters on Europa's surface, an effort he said was successful.
So a lot of what we can even know about the subsurface ocean is what we can see on the surface, because there's multiple there's not exact numbers that we have yet, but it's somewhere between 10 to 50 kilometers of ice on top of this ocean. And so really the only hints that we can get at the conditions that exist under this ice are what we can see on the surface.
Nelson said there's still more work to be done on the AI model, but his experience with the internship had been life-changing.
Thank you for watching St. George News at 5. To learn more about our studio sponsor, We Win Injury Law, go to wewininjurylaw.com. I'm Christy Langenheim with St. George News, your #1 source for local news.
This has been St. George News at 5, brought to you by We Win Injury Law.